There is going to come a time that you're going to have to make a decision. And that decision is going to be very simple. You give control of your life to an entity, or you take control of your life back. To me, there's no question. To me, I like controlling my life because I spent the first 16 years of my life in a communist country. I was born and raised in Cuba, and in there I was told what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And let's just say that you are nothing more than a prisoner in a big prison. Yes, you can move around here and there, but hey, the government tells you what to do all the time. And you own nothing, honestly. Even the house you live in Cuba, it does not belong to you. It belongs to the government. So if they want to do something like building a baseball field, they can come and pretty much take it, and they were going to relocate you, and you can't say absolutely nothing. Well, I don't want that to ever happen. So I would encourage you all to start thinking about taking control of your life back. One of the things in this country, in the US, one of the things that annoys me the most is the food. People are utterly dependent on the grocery store, and they do not want to deviate from that. In fact, a lot of times they refuse to see hunting as a way of providing food. They refuse to seeing that raising animals is a viable way to produce your own food and not having dependency on anybody. In fact, one of the things that I have recommended in my channel is raising quails. Quails have provided me a numerous amount of eggs. I mean, eggs left and right. I can't actually eat all the eggs that I produce. And right now, we are entering in winter time, meaning that I'll only carry a very minimum amount of quails throughout winter, so I can, just reduce the cost of feed. Now, let's be honest, and I have mentioned this before, quails don't eat a lot of food, and the way that I have mine set up, I essentially sell eggs so they can pay for their own feed. So they don't really cost me anything. In fact, all they do is give me. I get an ample amount of eggs every single day. In fact, you guys know that I have mentioned before that I love pig refuel. This is one of my favorite pig refuel meals. That's the breakfast skillet. Well, because I have so many eggs and I have sold so much already that I now have the feed for the entire rest of the winter. Well, what I'm doing right now is all the excess eggs that I'm getting, I'm starting to make my own breakfast skillet. And I am not buying pig refuel anymore. I am taking now control, and I am now doing it myself instead of depending on the store. And that's something that I want to start to encourage people to do. You need to start thinking long term. How are you going to provide for your family if the stores are not open? Listen, the way the things are going, the prices are just going to be unaffordable. You're going to be priced out. You are making the same amount of money and prices keep going up. It's unaffordable. You need to start thinking, how can you do things that you can be more self-sufficient and not depend on those stores? Well, one thing is, start raising your animals. Now, here's the thing, and this is why one of the reasons that I always recommend quails over chickens. A lot of municipalities have ordinance against chickens, especially roosters. Hens are a little bit more lenient. But they do have ordinance saying, hey, you can't have chickens. There is none that I have seen, and I could be wrong, let me know in the comment section below, they have anything against quails, essentially because they don't know about it. You can have 20, 30 quails in a space, let's say not, the table behind me, I can put 100 in there. Let's just say it like that. So a very small area, you can have a significant amount of birds pooping you out every single day. That's something that you can control. Every single day, a little nugget. I see a lot of folks saying, "Oh, I'm just gonna grow tomatoes," and that has been my experience. This and that. Let me give you something else to think about. Let me give you something else. You know those baby pools that you can buy at Walmart, very cheap. You can fill those up with dirt, and you can plant carrots inside, and you can put a couple of light balls in there, and you will get a significant amount of carrots. In my opinion, I prefer to grow carrots over tomatoes. That's just me. I don't know about you, but that will be just me. In Cuba, when things got really bad, people were growing anything they could in little containers everywhere. You will see, especially in the city, in the Havana area, the central Havana, to be more specific, in the balconies, people growing all sorts of things. All sorts of things because they had to supplement because the government was not giving them food or not enough food. So they had to supplement. How about you start doing those things? If you have a window that you can put something to grow, strawberries. Strawberries are one of the easiest plants to grow, and they provide you, well, good sustenance. Grow strawberries. Stop depending on the stores. The stores one day are not going to be there. The stores, actually, let's think about it. Historically, people had their gardens in their homes. Always. This is a new thing that people cannot have gardens and people cannot have chickens and so on and so forth. This is a new thing because they are an eyesore. Well, that's not the way it used to be. And we have to get into the mindset of, you don't tell me what to do because you're just passing an ordinance. This is my property. And I'm going to do with my property what I so darn please. Because this is America. And it's enough. We have enough already to worry about people coming over and, try to take what is ours. And you, in a gated community or in a setting that you passing ordinance, just telling us what to do. No, this is mine. And that's it. Plain and simple. And do what you want. But this is mine. And I'm taking control of my life back. For way too long, we have stayed quiet. For way too long, we have allowed others to dictate the way that we live our life. For way too long. Do you know that there are states that it is illegal for you to collect rainwater? Yes, rainwater. What gave that state the right to tell me not to collect water that's coming from the sky? You know what I would do? Give them the finger and say, do what you want and see what happens. At the end of the day, I got to tell you all, I have this attitude because where I come from. What can they do that had not been done to me already? Tell me. Castro was a dictator. And I lived there, I survived, and I thrive. What can you do? Band the gavel and say, oh, but Billy, you can't do that. Go fly a kite. And this is the type of attitude that people will start taking pretty soon. Because at the end of the day, Big Brother has grown way too big. We are being watched 24/7. Everything we say now, well, we have to self-censor ourselves. Because, well, we don't know what's going to happen. But we don't know how it's going to be taken. If we say something that somebody's feelings get hurt, oh my God, the PC police come and immediately, censor us. When was this the America that you grew up in? Or am I just going bananas? You really, really, really have to start thinking about the future. And the future that you are envisioning needs to be a future of freedom and a future of telling the government, hey, fuck off. Because this that we are living in ain't working. How much taxes are you paying nowadays? For crying out loud, our founding fathers, this country was created because of a 3% tax. I guarantee you, there's a lot of people up here paying 30-40% in taxes when you add everything up together. And we still saying, yay, everything is okay. Yay, rainbows. Let me get my latte. How come we are just bending the knee and not doing anything? How come? Do you think that by just putting a different person out there will change everything? This Communist Party that a lot of people think is the party of the saviors. It's a communist party. It was for slavery. It was to put women's rights down. It was like, if you are black, that is the party. They want to keep you with shackles on. But nobody says that anymore. Everybody says the Republicans are bad. I'm not saying they're saints. But look the other way. Look at the other side. History. Guys, look at history. Look at history. Come on. Anyways, you need to start thinking about things that you wanted to do to take your life back. Food is one of those things that you need to stop, really stop buying everything at the supermarket. People keep saying, well, you got to build community. How the hell are you going to build community if you don't even talk to your neighbor? How the hell are you going to do that? How about you go outside? How about you put the damn phone down and go and talk to your neighbor? Have a conversation, a civil conversation. Not just about football. Not just about drinking beer. Talk about something else. Hey, man, what you doing this summer? What are your plans? Are you going fishing? Have you ever gone fishing? You haven't? Hey, how about we go together and we learn how to fish together? Yes, there are people out there who do not know how to fish. Worse yet, they don't even know how to process food. There are people out there that do not know how to cook. That is crazy to me. The first thing that I asked Dee when I met her, I said, do you know how to cook? She looked at me straight in the eye. She's like, of course I know how to cook. I was like, I just want to check, because if you don't know how to cook, you ain't the woman for me. That whole idea of like, oh, love, this and that. Listen, guys, love is good and all of that, but love will not get me fooled. Just telling you right now. A hot play is very necessary. So keep that in mind. Again, I don't know how many times I'm going to say it. Just take control of your damn life. It's your life. You only live one life. Don't let no damn government tell you what to do, how to live your life, how to raise your children. Get involved and take control back again. This is America, for crying out loud. What the hell has happened? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.